I bet 99% of people throw these little plastic handles away, but the truth behind them will make you regret it. Hi everyone, it's Tracy here. You know, most of us toss these tiny plastic handles without a second thought. They usually come from milk cartons, juice boxes, or the packaging we use every single day. But what if I told you that these are actually hidden treasures that can solve almost every little problem around your home? Let's dive in and discover 8 clever ways to reuse these plastic handles. Tip 1. Make a cable holder to keep your cords organized. Have you ever noticed how power cords around the house always seem tangled, messy, and all over the place, sometimes even falling to the floor? It can be dangerous, especially if you have curious kids or playful pets that might chew on them. But the good news is, you can easily keep them neat and safe with just one small plastic handle. First, remove the handle from the carton and trim off any rough edges on the back to make it look clean. If the ends feel loose, secure them with a bit of hot glue so they stay firm. Next, use a soldering iron to make a few small holes along the top part of the handle. If you don't have one, you can heat a small screwdriver over the stove and use it instead. Make sure each hole is spaced about 2 centimeters apart. Finally, use scissors to cut a straight line from the edge of the handle into each hole. This will allow you to slide cables in and out easily. You can also attach it to the edge of a power outlet near the kitchen to hang the cords of your electric kettle or rice cooker so they don't fall to the floor or get wet. This method keeps the plugs dry, clean, and safe, reducing the risk of short circuits or electrical leaks. With just a bit of cleverness, everything stays neat. No more tangled messes, no more searching for the right cord. Just one small plastic handle can solve it all quickly and neatly. Tip 2. Make a handy curtain tieback. If your home doesn't have a curtain tieback, it can be a bit inconvenient, especially in the summer when you want to let in some sunshine and fresh air. But don't worry. You can easily keep your curtains neatly pulled back using a simple plastic handle. First, gather your curtain neatly to one side. Then take a plastic handle, remove the clasp at one end, and gently wrap it around the curtain. Once it's secure, fasten the clasp on the other end, and that's it. The handle will hold your curtain firmly in place, keeping it from blowing around or blocking the light. The white plastic handle blends beautifully with any curtain style, keeping your home tidy without disrupting the decor. Just one small plastic handle can make your space look neater and more elegant than ever, while letting in natural light and a fresh morning breeze. Tip 3. Make a holder for pens, brushes, or screwdrivers. If your desk or tool area is always cluttered with pens, paintbrushes, or small tools, here's a simple and creative fix. With just a few plastic handles, you can make a handy holder that keeps everything neat, visible, and easy to reach. Start by cleaning the wall or surface where you plan to attach the handle. It could be above your desk, next to your art supplies, or in your tool corner. Apply a small amount of hot glue to both ends of the plastic handle, then press it firmly onto the wall. Hold it in place for a few seconds until it sticks securely. For extra support, you can glue a second handle right above it to help hold heavier items in place. The small gap in the middle of the handle is the perfect size to slide in pens, brushes, utility knives, or small screwdrivers. You can even install several handles in a row to organize different tools, one for markers, one for paintbrushes, and another for screwdrivers. With this simple idea, your workspace will look neat, organized, and efficient. No more messy piles or searching for that one missing pen. Everything you need will be right at your fingertips. Tip 4. Replace a broken drawer or cabinet handle. Everyone has experienced this. A drawer or cabinet handle suddenly becomes loose or falls off after years of use. Opening and closing it becomes a real hassle, and some cabinets are even designed without handles, making them inconvenient to use. But don't worry, you can easily make a simple handle in just a few minutes using a small plastic grip. First, clean the surface of the old handle with a cloth to remove any dust or dirt. Then take the plastic handle, remove the small locking piece, and keep only the main grip part. That's what will replace your old handle. Next, apply a moderate amount of hot glue to both ends of the plastic handle and press it firmly onto the drawer or cabinet door. Hold it in place for a few seconds until it sticks securely. Once the glue cools, you'll have a brand new handle that's sturdy, smooth, and comfortable to hold. Simple, right? It looks neat, works perfectly, and doesn't cost a thing. A small piece of plastic can turn into a durable, handy handle that lasts for years. So be sure to save this idea and give it a try. Tip 5. Make a food bag clip. Not only does it fix the handle issue, but it can also help you organize all those open snack bags cluttering up your cabinet. Just a few plastic handles can take care of everything. First, simply fold the open end of the snack bag. Then remove one end of the handle clip, the folded edge of the bag, into it, and snap the handle back in place. Since the plastic is flexible, it grips the bags tightly, keeping your snacks and food sealed neatly without coming undone again. You can use this trick for almost any kind of bag: chips, cookies, rice, coffee beans, or even pet food. It works fast, it's effective, and best of all, you don't need to buy any extra bag clips. A small plastic handle can make your kitchen look more organized while keeping your food fresh, clean, and neatly stored, all with something you already have at home. Tip 6. Make a handy kitchen utensil hanger. If you often find your kitchen tools scattered around the counter or have no idea where to store them, here's a simple solution. Use a plastic handle to create an easy and practical hanging rack for your utensils. No drilling, no fancy tools needed. It's super simple. Take the plastic handle and apply hot glue to both ends of the curved grip. Press it firmly onto a clean surface such as a cabinet door. Hold it in place for a few seconds until it sticks securely. Once the glue cools, you can hang lightweight utensils like spoons, ladles, and spatulas directly on the handle. This keeps your cooking tools neatly organized, easy to reach, and frees up valuable counter space. You can even attach several handles in a row to create a longer hanging rack, perfect for keeping everything tidy and within reach. It's neat, practical, and completely cost-free. A small plastic handle turns into a clever kitchen organizer that keeps your cooking space clean, compact, and clutter-free. Tip 7. Make a small rack for sponges or dish pads. We've all done it, finishing the dishes and leaving the sponge sitting on the edge of the sink. But that only makes the sink area wet and messy, as water drips down, creating a damp and unhygienic spot. With just one plastic handle, you can easily make a quick drying rack that keeps your sponge clean, dry, and always ready to use. Start by wiping the wall near your sink. Make sure it's clean, dry, and smooth. Apply a small amount of hot glue to both ends of the plastic handle, then stick it horizontally on the wall or along the inside edge of the sink. Hold it in place for a few seconds until it sticks securely. Once it's firm, simply place your sponge or dish pad on top of the handle. The small space underneath allows air to circulate, helping water drain out and letting the sponge dry naturally and stay fresh longer. This simple little rack keeps your sink area clean, dry, and organized, no more soggy sponges or messy countertops. It's such an easy idea, but once you try it, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Tip 8. Make a convenient and hygienic toilet lid lifter. Normally, when you lift the toilet lid, you have to touch it directly, and let's be honest, that's not exactly pleasant or sanitary. But there's a much simpler solution than you might think. Just turn a plastic handle into a small, handy lid lifter. First, make sure to wipe the surface of the toilet lid completely dry. If it's damp, the glue won't stick well. Next, take a plastic handle and remove the small connector piece on the back, just like in the previous methods. Then apply a bit of hot glue to both ends of the handle and press it firmly onto the lid. Hold it in place for a few seconds until the glue sets. The great thing is you can attach the handle anywhere you like in the center, on the side, or near the top edge of the lid. Once the glue cools, you'll have a practical little lifter that lets you open or close the toilet lid without touching the surface. It's soft, waterproof, and easy to clean, keeping things hygienic and tidy. With this simple trick, your hands stay clean, and using the bathroom feels much more comfortable every single time. And there you have it. Eight simple yet incredibly practical ways to reuse those little plastic handles that most people throw away. From keeping your kitchen organized to making your workspace neater and your home cleaner, each idea turns something ordinary into something surprisingly useful. It's amazing how a small piece of plastic can save space, reduce waste, and make daily life a little easier. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to leave me a comment below and tell me which one you'd like to try first. I always love hearing your creative ideas too. Maybe you found another clever way to use these handles at home. Make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Tracy Tips for more easy, budget-friendly hacks that help you live smarter, cleaner.